the other day there were a couple of geologists here that were drilling core samples of our soil from underneath the Tanglewood Preserve. And when they left behind some of their samples, which is really cool. So what they do is they have this rig with this big drill, and they drill down into the ground, and the drill is hollow. So they put a tube down through the drill, and they pull up these cores with these soil samples going down different layers. So this topmost layer is your typical soil that you think of, just the dirt you see outside, and it's made of rocks and minerals, but also organic matter, decaying leaves and plants. That gives a lot of the nutrients to the soil that are important for plants and for earthworms and stuff like that. When you go down deeper, you start to get to this more sandy, gravelly, silty stuff. That's a little bit less dark, it's a little bit less nutritious. And here's a cool thing, that this stuff is from about 5 to 7 feet down, but this stuff is from closer to 10 feet down. And once you get down to about 10 feet, once you're at this level, the soil is wet, it's moist, it's got water in it, and that's because the water table underneath the Tanglewood Preserve is at about 8.5 feet. Right? Underground there's groundwater, and the point at which you meet the groundwater, the aquifer, is called the water table, and our water table is 8.5 feet below us. So below that, you've got your soil is wet. Now this is the deepest down that they went with their drill. This is 25 to 27 feet down. So that soil is from 27 feet below the Tanglewood Preserve, which is pretty cool. So what are they learning from this soil? Well, you learn what the soil is made of, its composition, what kind of nutrients you might get in it, how water might flow through your soil is very important. This is important if you're trying to maintain, you're studying your ecology, you're trying to maintain this wildlife out here, this plant life. It's also, studying soil is important for agriculture, it's important for architecture. If you want to build your house on top of land, you got to know what the soil's like underneath you. So soil study, you get these geologists doing soil study in a lot of different places for a lot of different reasons. And they left behind some of their cool soil samples for us to play around with. So it's cool stuff. That's some soil science from the Tanglewood Preserve.